Hello, everybody. I am currently at the new Loud Cloud headquarters. I'm pretty excited. You can kind of see behind me, we are in construction mode right now. It is halfway finished, but I thought now would be kind of a fun time to walk through what the plan is, and then kind of show you where it started, and then I'm sure we'll fast forward at some point in this video or another video, and you can see the final, what the final studio looks like. Of course, our studios, it's a stop motion studio. It's ever evolving. We move and shift sets around, but we're really buttoning things up right now. It's going to be OSHA compliant with our fabrication side of things. So anyway, let me give you a tour. I'm going to turn the camera around, and I guess we should start with our entrance, right? We'll do that right now. Here we go. So entrance here, like I said, and this is going to be a lobby, or like a lobby waiting area. So a lot of the times we bring in, we do a lot of school tours around Oklahoma City, from the Oklahoma City area, honestly, from all over the state. We've had people from Tulsa come in and from Lawton and Owasso. So all over the state, people come and check out our animation studio. Very honored. So now when we bring in a group of students, I'll be able to come walk right here, turn around. We can filter in, 15 or 20 kids if we need to. And this is just a big open space. We'll have a couch here. We're going to have two big displays showcasing all of our puppets and props and stuff from past work. And then right at the top, we have a beautiful laser cut Loud Cloud Animation Studio logo and branding. So it should look really cool. Got a plug right there to run to the display cases because they're lit, and then also for phone chargers or whatever. And then right here, we're gonna have a TV. So we put an outlet right here so you don't see cables dropping down. So we're gonna have a nice big TV, and that just has Loud Cloud animation stuff on loop. Right here, it's a big wall, but this feeds into what will be a conference room. So what we're gonna do is bust out a hole in this wall and put a window there that's 3 by 5 foot. Should make this space feel even more expansive as you're right here looking at all this area. You should also see into this space right now. So this is going to be a very small conference room. We're gonna have a whiteboard right there. Like I said, the window's gonna be over there. We might have some kind of cool, I don't know what we'll do over there. And then just a small little table. So team meetings, maybe if somebody needs to step away to do a Zoom call or just be on the phone, they don't want to be kind of in the public space, they can come in here, shut the door, and still have some privacy. Got a bathroom entrance right there as well. And these are just air conditioned with 2 mini splits. This is going to be my office. I feel selfish for just taking a whole room to my office, but at the same time, I'm like, man, I deserve an office. So we'll see. It is beneficial for me to, and I say office, it's where I'm going to edit all of our stuff. And whenever we have editors come in, they'll come in here and edit too. It's going to be kind of a shared space, but largely speaking, it will be my office. So I brought these from my home office they've been there for a couple years and have not really been used because there's no space at the current studio. And right now, this was made to be another bathroom possibly, and I don't know what we're going to use it for. Maybe a little sound booth. We never need to do Foley work, but right now we're just using it for putting crap in. So those are the office space. Like I said, my office, conference room, lobby, waiting area, and then we can walk into the studio space. Let's turn right here. This is kind of a little inlet. First thing I should tell you is that you can see they're beginning to make stairs. All of this up here, from this wall over, is going to be a mezzanine, meaning there's going to be storage area. You'll be able to walk up here on stairs, and then this is all going to be storage. Very usable storage, and it's a ton of space, more space than we really need. So that'll be cool. But that said, this down here, it's going to be kind of like a little cove, which is going to be cool. I think this might be a kitchenette, little mini fridge, drinks, snacks, coffee machine, stuff like that. In here, the stairs they're gonna be 4 foot wide, which is a little bit wider than what's typical, but that's because we need to like be able to carry boxes and sometimes sets all the way up. So we made them a little bit wider. So they're going to come out to about right here, and then all this space is going to be what I call like soft crafting. So basically not like the big hard power tool stuff, but if we're painting, if we're maybe sculpting, sewing stuff, we're gonna have workstations in here to do that, as well as along this back wall we're gonna have all of our 3D printing stuff. Right here is going to be a nice stainless steel industrial grade double sink where we can wash paintbrushes, wash dishes if we have them. I had to pay for a bigger water heater because the one that was in here was just for that bathroom, and after like a minute of having it on, it was like room temperature again. So a lot of the times we need lots of hot water to clean out some of our stuff. And then you turn this way. There's another entrance to the bathroom. What we're going to do here is actually close this and probably put something here that blocks this off, mainly because this is going to be a very popular public workspace, and we don't want to be, if you need to go take a crap, you don't want to like immediately walk here, and it just feels better to have this blocked off, and then it feels more separated to make you go around that way. So that's the reason. That's the justification there. Now this right here, this is all shooting space, basically from this this power thingy here, I don't know what it is, but this power box right there, all the way over to that wall, all the way in this area to here. This is all shooting space. This is going to be stages. For reference, that is a 4x8 sheet of plywood. Most of our stages are about half that size. A lot of the times we can butt them up together and get a stage that's roughly that size, a little bit longer. So plenty of space to have lights in here. Big stage right there, big stage right here, smaller stage right there, smaller. So we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 6, 7. That was not intentional. My daughter loves to say that. So anyway, so this will be our shooting stage, and this is going to be great. Eventually, we'll probably, within the first few months, we won't have this, but eventually we want to put up curtains that will block off all the light. Another reason for this big wall here is to separate a lot of the action that happens over there. When people walk in, it can be very disruptive, especially if we have an animator in here and they're animating till late in the night, and it's like it's their 9th hour, and then somebody comes in with Torchy's Tacos and then causes all sorts of mess. This wall here should be really helpful on top of the curtains that we want to put up every like 10 or so feet. And that's that. Yeah, I will say I made a big boo-boo. Guys. And the boo-boo is that I asked them when they were talking about where I want these outlets, they're like, you want them up here or down lower? And I loved having outlets in the fabrication side higher. It just made sense for like all of our power tools and stuff. And I wasn't really thinking through logistics of a stage, but our stages typically they're literally like, I think 52 inches, which is like right here. So if we have to plug in stuff, you're going to see the outlet when we shoot, and versus it being down below that. Now, that said, typically we're going to have backdrops and all sorts of stuff. So honestly, shouldn't matter. But if I could do it over again, I would have asked them to drop these down to about 18 inches. But it's okay. Maybe it'll be cool. I'm not for sure. But moving on. This table right here is a workbench that my father and I made like 5 years ago. It is a Haas. It will live forever. It's so strong and heavy. And it was a pain in the ass to get in here. But that'll be in here. The guys, all the construction crew had to move it out just so they could have more space in this building. We are now entering the fabrication side of the studio. Bum, 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 bum. Here it is. We got a big, huge 14 by 12 foot double door, I believe, which is pretty great. Got one outlet here, one up there, which I'll put a little retractable thing There's going to be one right there, and then there's going to be one right there. This one has not been installed yet. So this is our fabrication side. This is where we build sets. This is where this is where Josie's going to spend a lot of her time. Josie's our lead fabricator right now. And this right here is the beginnings of what will be a ventilated booth so that we can cut foam, we can spray paint, we can do plaster pours and all the dust, the toxins, the fumes, the paint. We'll be able to hit a switch and it'll suck it all out. And so we can work, and it's a lot safer. So we'll have some shelving here, probably another stainless steel table. We'll do all of our really, really messy stuff here with some kind of very heavy-duty curtain that I imagine will either be magnetized or Velcroed whenever we're really in the thick of it. I'm not really for sure. We were going to have a double door here, but it was like $2,000, and I opted to not do that. And so what we're going to do is just have big vinyl ribbons that hang down so you can walk through, but it should still be a nice partition and keep dust and stuff out. And we can always add a door later if I find one on like Facebook Marketplace or something. This is my table saw. I'm excited to have in an actual wood shop because it's been in my garage for 3 years and I don't ever use it because I don't have the space to actually use it. Bandsaw 1. We have, what is this, a belt sander with a disc sander on it. We've got another drill press. We've got one more of each of these items coming as well. I like having 2 bandsaws because you can have a finer tooth blade on one of them for different types of cuts. And then the other one can have a nice thick, like 3/4 inch one. So you can do much bigger cuts of wood. It's kind of the same concept for our drill presses. You can just keep one chuck for like smaller bits and one, I don't know. Josie will standardize a lot of the stuff that we're doing, so I'm excited to see what she does there. It's our trailer. This will not stay in here, obviously. But yeah, what's nice is that we'll be able to open this up on lovely days and just have some nice fresh air. The plan is that on this side, we'll have wood storage, so big pieces of lumber that just stay out of the way, so you can back a truck up here, get all your plywood out, just lean them up against that. There probably will be some kind of rig that I make to keep it from like pushing up against the insulation. Then we're gonna have our table saw right here. Again, you wanna, if you're ripping big pieces of wood, you wanna do that where you have a lot of space so we can always open the door and then do that, and that'll be nice. On the other side of the table saw, we'll have that big workbench on the other, like, that I showed you earlier that I said my father and I made. That's the same height as our table saw, so whenever you're ripping wood, it slides perfectly onto that table so it doesn't fall down on you, which is pretty cool. Along this wall, we're going to have just all sorts of stuff. I'm excited to see how that shapes up because the studio we're in right now is a little bit crazy. We're basically animating in the same place that we do all of our fabrication, and it's not the best. It actually can be kind of dangerous if you have like 11 people in there working and they're hopping by while somebody's on the bandsaw. Not good. So this is a much needed and necessary step for the type of productions that we are aiming to do more of, and we're really excited. And you know what I'm excited about? This right there, that planer. God, I love planing. Love planing. All right. What do they got in there? King Kong? That's from Jurassic Park. And that does it for us for now, you know. Fabrication side, shooting space. We'll have all of our cameras and lenses and grip gear just kind of like right in this little corner. I think that's a good idea. I don't know. Up there, we're going to have storage for sets, for props, for all sorts of stuff. Maybe we'll make it a little hangout place too. I'm not really for sure about that. And yeah, so that's it. If you ever find yourself in Oklahoma, please reach out to me and come check out the studio. We will be in this hopefully in about 2 weeks' time. It'll be really rough, but we have 4 productions that we're working on, something for the Oklahoma City Zoo, one video for Squishmallows, one video for Care Bears, one video for Squishmallows, Hello Kitty and Friends, and then there's another one that I'm trying to get us that is going to be for Lowe's. So we'll see if we can get that one. But things are happening. We're really excited. And thanks again for watching this very long video of this studio walkthrough. More to come in the coming months.